Hi everyone, welcome to today's pick a card reading. So today we are asking Spirit to help guide us on what we should be releasing. What is holding us back from our lives, from our desires, our paths? I am filming this on the day of the full moon in Leo. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching this, it's still very useful. You can do releasing rituals at any time. It doesn't even have to be a ritual, but I think the full moon is a great time to do that. Very powerful energy. So we're going to ask what you should release. Like I just said, so we have 3 piles to choose from. We'll get all the details. The first pile I have here is the Black Lava Stone with the Light Seer Tarot deck. And then I have Black Obsidian with the So Below deck and the Modern Witch Tarot with some kyanite. So I will put a photo on the screen so you can look at all the stones and the deck and choose what calls to you most. Use your intuition. And pick what pile. Timestamps are below. If you feel called to more than one pile, then there's likely a message for you in both or all. Do whatever feels right. There is no wrong answer. So while you guys are deciding with the picture on the screen, I'll just tell you really quick what I like to do. I like to, well, first of all, you can look at your astrology or where the full moon is in. So it's in Leo. So maybe you can think about like what is holding you back from shining, what's holding you back from like being confident, and you can also Google or you look on YouTube for specific astrologies based on your zodiac sign and what house it falls into. So I like to do that sometimes, but really I just take a look at my life and see what's holding me back, and I write a list and then I burn it. And that's a really great way to like release that energy, but if only do so if you're by somewhere safe. If you do it inside the house, make sure you're by the sink and using a fire safe or proof dish. Like I have a little mini cauldron I do mine in, and after that I always make sure to practice gratitude and be thankful for what I do have in my life currently. So you'll hear more examples for your readings. Let's get started with pile number 1. So you chose the lava stone here, and Spirit is telling me that since you guys chose this stone, especially you're being called to release any self-sabotaging behaviors. This could be anything from like negative self-talk. So really think about your actions and like repeating events that keep happening to you. Like you keep falling into the same type of relationships or same kind of like chaotic things keep happening. There's probably a lesson to be learned there, and maybe you can look at how your thoughts and your behaviors have to do with that, and maybe this could be like some sort of addiction in any sort of form, but something that you're doing yourself that is sabotaging progress, your goals, whatever your case may be. So Spirit, can you please provide more information for group 1 on what they should release so they can move forward in life? Thank you so much. So the first thing I have here is 9 of Swords reversed. So this is good. Maybe there's something that you have started to already let go of, and that's something that's been keeping you up at night, making you feel really anxious. And if this is the case, then Spirit is saying go forward, you're on the right path. It kind of hurts, to even acknowledge maybe some of these past wounds, but the fact that you're starting is great, and it's never comfortable to, do the inner work and stuff like that, but I can see here that a lot of you have started, or at least you know what this is all about. And yeah, it looks like you're on the right path. So yeah, this could be like inner child work, shadow work. It is painful, but I can see that you guys are moving forward. And now we have 4 of Swords reversed. So maybe you guys have been feeling like you just really don't even want to go out anywhere. You just want to stay home safe, not even expose your heart or, yourself to being hurt because you've been wounded in the past. And Spirit wants you guys to, it's like, oh, something was, 2 cards just went there. Spirit wants you to, feel your emotions and everything, but don't hold back from allowing new people in your life, new relationships, new situations because of past pain. Use that past pain as a way to learn and move forward, and not to go fall into the same pattern or the same people. And it sucks that it happened in the past, but yeah, now you'll be able to move on to better people and better situations because you'll know what isn't good and what you deserve now. And then we have Page of Cups here. So maybe some of you have kind of given up on some dreams because you thought they were like too big, I'm seeing, but Spirit, it's time not to get out, you know, stop thinking about like, oh, well, I'm too old for this. That's too much. I can't do that because this, that, whatever. Like, that's not true. You have to release this negative self-talk. That seems like a big thing here, I think. Wounds from the past need to be addressed and released. Like, I definitely recommend looking into doing shadow work and inner child work if you haven't already, but I get the sense so you guys know. But your Spirit's saying don't give up on your dreams and keep going, and don't let the past hold you back. Just use that to learn. And then we have here Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, once you do this, I think you're going to feel so much more at home. Like, maybe some of you haven't really felt like you have a home or something, or you just haven't really felt safe. So whatever that is, and I can see that too with this like Four of Swords reversed, like the nest often represents like a home. And it looks like there's like the heart's like outside the body there. Like, so I feel like, yeah, maybe you've been like overly protective of it because, you know, you've been hurt before. So maybe because of that, you've set up like maybe too many boundaries, because maybe in the past you haven't had enough boundaries. So then now you have like a whole wall up, not letting people in. So maybe it's time to release boundaries so you can let new love in and feel more comfortable. But you definitely have to start with self-love. And the main message, yeah, I'm getting for you guys is this self-negative talk, self-sabotaging behavior. So you guys have to work on self-love, and anything like that's holding you back, all these negative thoughts, that's going to be really important for you, Spirit's saying. And once you feel more confident in your own skin and love yourself, then all this other love and all these good things will come to you. But you have to be like this energy here, you like before this will start. So that's what you need to work on right now and release. You need to release. Yeah, I think it's definitely has to do with self-talk. Some of you might even like, maybe you're in a bad financial spot right now or something like that, or maybe a bad living situation like we kind of touched on, and you might have these thoughts in your head that's like, well, I don't, you know, I can't make money. I can't live where I want to be. I can't do this. I can't do that. You need to switch your thoughts and start doing positive affirmations in every day, because our subconscious mind works with repetition. Like, even if it sounds silly to say all these things like, I live in a beautiful home, I feel safe and loved and secure, I have great, healthy, loving relationships, and I'm a money magnet, money comes easily to me, all these things. And even if it sounds silly because you're like in a really bad spot right now, like your mind like will start to believe that, and then like you can't even imagine what good things will come. So it might help for some of you to get like a journal and write these things down. And just, even if you don't feel like you're in this energy, just pretend, you know, like fake it till you make it type of thing. And that will bring forth so much stuff. Like, if you think you can't get a house, if you think you can't find love because, or you don't deserve love or whatever, like then you'll never get it. You have to switch that thought. So you have to release that. So I definitely encourage you guys to do that. And then we have Three of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck. So maybe this is really like, some of you guys think you can't make money, like I was saying, or maybe like you feel like you're not like getting anywhere with your career, and you just are like settling for what you have in career or relationship. But it's not too late. It's you, or whatever it is you're telling yourself. Dream big, Spirit's saying, like definitely coming through with this card here. Dream big. So yeah, get out a pen and paper and write, like anything bad you're thinking about yourself, write it in the opposite way, in a positive affirmation, and say that to yourself every day. I'm not sure I've ever talked about this, but every time I put on any piece of jewelry, I say the same thing every day. And I've gotten some new pieces of jewelry, so I come up with new things to say. And it reminds me every day. So if you're someone that wears jewelry, like the same jewelry every day, like every time you put one of them on, more like each ring, earrings, whatever, you can say that positive affirmation so you won't forget to do it. Like, I don't have the earrings on right now, but the gold hoops I wear like all the time, I'd be like, I am successful, I am powerful. And then I'd be like, and I have one that's about like intuition, one about all this stuff. And like this, gosh, I'm full of energy. I have enough energy to do everything I need to do, everything I want to do, and more. Luck and good opportunities come to me easily every day that enhance my life, like stuff like that. I could go on and on, but yeah, each piece has something like that I say. So that could be something for you guys, or even if you don't wear jewelry, you can find something. And also when I make my coffee and stir my coffee every morning, I say positive affirmations, because I've read that like speaking to your water, and I know it sounds silly to some people, but like literally like, and then consuming it every day like does something, but that could also just be the repetition. If it's just a placebo effect, then that's fine. It's effect. And we have here the South Node. So moving on from the past, Gemini and the 4th house. So that has to do with like 4th house is all about like home and stuff, and we definitely got that vibe here. So this could be confirming some of you like your zodiac information, but the South Node has to do with like past life and like life lessons and moving forward. So maybe some of you guys have had like what we've been talking about, like trouble with the home and relationships and all of that. And now it's time to stop repeating those patterns, learn from them, and move forward. Like, don't repeat that same lesson. Like, this is like a karmic thing going on. This means like, and you're meant to move on from the past. Like all that pain you felt in the past is to help you move forward and grow in the future. And Gemini, maybe this could be, there is a lot of air energy here. But also maybe some of you guys, that also has to do with like, you know, thoughts and talking and stuff like that. Maybe this negative self-talk that confirms, especially about the home. But Gemini also, you know, in the image of it, like the symbolism is like twins, like so 2 people. So that could mean something to some of you. But I think it's time to speak better to yourself, speak your truth. And once you do so, once you learn this karmic lesson that has to do with home life and relationships and this negative self-talk, I think you will move on and be so happy. And maybe some of you have kind of isolated yourself, even from friendships and relationships, just like in general. Like, and Gemini is a very talkative sign, like very social sign. And I think once you get out there and you know, allow yourself to have more fun and be around more people and aren't so guarded and let down those boundaries and release some of those boundaries, that you will feel so much more fulfilled and happy. And once you start to feel like a little happy trickling in, then it'll just start pouring in once you allow it. So I hope that was helpful for you, my group 1. Let me know how it resonated. And if you haven't already, I hope you consider subscribing before you go. And I wish you all the best. What was I about to say? But I wish you all the best. I love you guys so much. And I will see you in the next one, I hope. Bye, group 1. I'm sweaty. Group number 2. You chose the Black Obsidian Pyramid. So Black Obsidian is a great like protection. So maybe you've been like really on guard and like protecting your heart, but we're going to see with the cards from that. Maybe like put up some walls that you need to kind of let down. Spirit, can you please provide some more information or information on what group 2 should focus on releasing so they can live their best, happiest life and move forward on the path they are destined to live? We have here the Fool reversed. So I think you guys have been kind of maybe stuck or feeling that way, and like maybe you've been doing in the same routine all the time, and maybe it's because it's just like comfortable and you don't really want to let your guards down, you don't want to get hurt or something, you don't want to take a leap of faith, like you're afraid to go forward. So I think you need to release whatever's holding you back, because I think there might be something you're like itching to do, some new hobby, new job, new desire, new relationship, but it's just like you're afraid to just take that first step, and that is what you should be focusing on releasing. I'm hearing from Spirit. And I have here the Devil reversed. So maybe you guys have overcome some hurdles in the past, but you're still not feeling like you're ready for the next step. Like the Devil reversed has to do overcoming obstacles or something like that. So maybe this is also saying like this is a sign to take the next step. Like maybe some of you are really down on yourself about how you look or like your eating habits or something like that. So maybe you're being called right now to treat your body better, and including your mind especially. But I think you've been a little hard on yourself, and I think the way to feel better would be to start some healthier habits, like go out on walks and also eat better. It's totally okay to indulge in like ice cream or whatever, you know, like stuff like that sometimes. But like feed your body, feed your soul. Like what does your soul love to do? Like do you love nature? Do you love like painting? Do you love, you know, like fashion, like whatever it is, maybe like even like cooking and like doing all these things and you haven't been doing and you're being called to do that. Feed your soul and feed your body in the way it needs to thrive. That's kind of good. Let's get some more cards here, Spirit. And then we have here Queen of Chalices or Queen of Cups. So yeah, I think you know deep down inside, like your intuition, like that you're meant to be doing something else than what you're doing right now. And it's just a little scary to take that step. And in this card, like, you know, maybe you guys are very emotionally sensitive or you're afraid of hurting others by doing what you want to do for yourself, what you know is best, what will make you happy. And maybe you've been sacrificing your happiness for other people's happiness. And that's why you haven't taken this leap of faith or this change. And it's kind of just gotten you feeling just really like low energy. So you need to start focusing on what makes your soul happy. And don't worry about other people getting hurt in the process, because if they like truly love you, like they should, like you're doing so much for them, they should understand that sometimes you need to take time to do something for yourself. Yeah, because that's karma, you know, like the hard work you put in for others, like you should be doing for yourself, and it'll make you feel so much better. Yeah, it's time to do things for yourself and be more balanced and put in the effort that you're putting in for to so many other things on yourself. So I think, yeah, look, she's like rubbing her foot, like, you know, like dressing up to go out, like putting on those shoes might hurt, but like it made her feel really good and stuff. So what makes you feel really good? It might be a little uncomfortable to get started, like, you know, and take that leap and maybe overcome those addictions of whatever sort or whatever is making you feel like sad and unhappy. And you're always there for other people. Now it's time to be there for you. Ooh, card that Spirit wants. Look at this card. We have here, oh yeah, the knave or the knight, or I mean the page of pentacles. And look, pages represent like students. And I think you have been wanting to learn something new, do something new, like, but you're afraid to be a brand new beginner at something. So you need to, I think what you need to release is fear specifically right now. Fear of doing what your heart's desire is. Fear of or like these thoughts that you're like too old, it's too late for me, it's too this, it's too that, like I can't do that because they won't want me to, I won't have time for this. You gotta release those things. You gotta release any fear, any doubt, self-doubt for sure. And maybe release, or maybe actually you need more boundaries with other people. They let you know you're doing all these things with other people. Now you need to maybe set up boundaries. So I know this is like a releasing video, but I think you need to set up some boundaries with people because they might always be like going to you to lean on you like for things. And you're like, you know, the one that always is there for people, the one that's always like the shoulder to cry on, the one that's always there, like when someone calls, like, but you're not ever like, you know, calling other people for help because you feel like that's not your role. But it's time to do, if you do need help, ask them and stuff. Like look in this card too, there's little helpers there. And yeah, you do have the strength, you do have the power to do what you want, and people will support you. And if they don't, then they're not the right person for you. So you need to release this. Yeah, you need more self-love, and you need some boundaries, and you need to release what's holding you back. It's definitely fear I'm seeing here. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands reversed. Yeah, I see that you are afraid to follow your passions, and that is what you are being called to release, because once you follow it, like you're going to feel so much better. We have 2 pages here, and I think you're afraid. Fear is definitely the main focus here, the fear to start something new. But it's time to do what you want. Even though it's uncomfortable at first, it'll be very rewarding. So let's roll our astro dice here to get some more information. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys. I'm curious what you want to start. 2 pages. Yes, pages are students. They're like new, you know, like no matter how old you are, it's something new. That's exciting with the Fool card too. So we have here Aries, which is all about like, I am like doing something for yourself. Like, yes, it's almost Aries season 2. So maybe You're in Aries. And then we have 11th house, and we have Mars. So Aries, Mars rules Aries. So definitely, I think maybe you guys have been more like, no matter what your gender is, more like of the one that's more nurturing and like the yin more than the yang. And now you're being called to be more action oriented and more about yourself. Like I am, like is like the Aries like slogan or whatever you call it. So and now it's time to do what you want to do. The 11th house too, maybe you're being called to be more social and get out there and meet new friends and follow your hobbies too. Even, like this also can do with like social life on the internet too. Like maybe if you feel like you are struggling, you can like find people online to connect with and start from there. But I think going out in the town, like, especially with this card here, look at just getting out and doing things for you more and not for other people would be so huge. Like you can do everything. This is telling me right now that once you release this fear, you'll have more confidence. Like it's going to be scary. It's going to be uncomfortable at first, but it's time to take that step forward, take that action and do it. So that is what I have for you, my group 2. I hope this is helpful. If you haven't already, I hope you consider subscribing before you go. And yeah, I hope that means I will see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye. Start the camera. My memory card is almost full, but it's okay. We've got one more group to go. Last but not least, we have group number 3. You guys chose the kyanite. And see how it's pointed somewhere? I feel like whatever you need to release is something that's blocking you on the path forward. So maybe you guys have identified where you want to go. Maybe you haven't, but there's something that's blocking you from moving forward. Maybe it's fear, but let's see what the cards say. Spirit, can you please provide some information for group 3, letting them know how they can, or what they can release so they can move forward, so they can live their best life, follow their true destiny, and be their happiest, most joyful selves. Thank you so much, Spirit. First card we have here is everything is fine, but in reverse. So some of you guys might be feeling really lousy right now, and I'm sorry if that's true. So this is 10 of Swords reverse, but on this is a special card in this deck, which is everything is fine. So when it's reversed, I feel like everything is not fine. And I think you guys have realized that you're blocked right now and you're really wanting to move forward. So let's get some more information. And I think a lot of this, like with the Swords, has to do with internal, like mental, like self-talk and stuff like that. Like maybe you feel like you sabotage something, you can't move forward because that, or you like lost some contact somehow because she's holding the phone, that card. Maybe even some relationships are not fine right now, and that's what's holding you back, or maybe you feel like stuck in a relationship or backstabbed. We have King of Swords here. So maybe this relationship I referred to was like an authority figure or a parent or something like that. Or maybe this is you, like, just it's time to be more decisive and take action and be like the boss you are. And maybe you feel like you haven't been progressing towards your like career goals or been respected at work or something like that, and you're ready to step into the role you think you deserve, and maybe you're afraid to talk up at work. Ooh, let's see what those cards are. But we have 10 of Cups reversed, 10 of Cups reversed right here too. So maybe this does have to do with the home life too, but you're not feeling happy or satisfied, and I think for some of you it might be at work, some at home, like you're not getting the respect you want, or you just feel like you're not moving forward, and maybe you're afraid to bring it up at work or something like that, or maybe you're afraid to leave a person, like a relationship or your job. Then we have the Hanged One here. There's another card that fell too. Get that. Oh, a few cards. I guess we're just gonna read all these. So we have 7 of Wands here. So yeah, maybe you guys have been really feeling like isolated and like everyone's against you. And that's why you're feeling like everything isn't fine. So maybe this King of Swords is another person, or that's who you want to be, but the rest is like, and then we have the 9 of Swords reversed and the 4 of Swords. So there's a lot of air energy here. And Spirit wanted all these cards out, so let's take a look. So yeah, But the good news is I think this anxiety you've been feeling is coming to an end. So you need to release the fear of asking for what you want or what you think you deserve, and not just like hanging back idle, just like waiting for things to change. It might not be an easy road to victory. There might be some opposition to whatever it is you're going for. But nothing's going to change, Spirit's saying, unless you take action. You can't just like sit around worrying or expecting someone else to come in and swoop in and save you. You need to embrace this King of Swords energy. And if you're in, like, cut through the BS, cut through whatever is holding you back from what you want. Like, if it's a home life thing, like something seems to really not, and we have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups reversed. I feel like something is coming to an end here, but you're maybe afraid to officially end it because you're afraid of being, like, you know, upset or alone. For some of you, yeah, you don't want to do that, or you're just afraid to take action at all. Like, you're just like paralyzed in fear. So you guys are being called to release this and take action. Like, you need to release whatever the specific thing is that's holding you back. You need to, yeah, embrace that King of Swords energy and do something about it. You can't, like I was saying, you can't just sit back and wait for things to change. It's a hard realization to come to. I've had to do that, and I still struggle with that sometimes, just like hoping someone will swoop in and save me type energy, you know? Afraid of conflict and stuff like that. But there might be, you know, life isn't easy, but a lot of times when you go through this hardest part of, you know, these hardest things, these terrible things, these endings, it's just a way of the universe, of spirit, whatever, God, whatever you call it, a way to bring in something even better, and like what your true calling. Like, you know, if you're super miserable, like everything isn't fine at work or with your job or your relationship, with your life in general, like things have to end and change, because that's no way to live. So yeah, this is like pretty heavy and like pretty broad, but like I think you guys have a lot to release actually. But I think you're going to feel better. You're going to release, like, you know, it's not feeling good now, but once you do that, once you take action, that'll be great. So Spirit wants you guys to release fear, negative self-talk, just thinking that you don't deserve better. You do deserve better, but you do have to do things yourself. You can't play the victim card. Sometimes I don't like saying that because I don't want anyone to take it the wrong way, but we all have gone through some like bad shit, you know, and everything has not been fine for all of us, but it's time to take action, and it's okay to feel your pain. If you need to talk to someone about it, definitely do so. But what is it? Spirit wants you to really sit down and think about, what is it? Are your relationships satisfying? Are you feeling like happy and supported and loved? Is your career that way? Are your friendships, your family life? It's time to really also sit back and meditate on it. I mean, it's not about inaction. Like, you can't, like I was saying, you can't just wait for things to happen. You have to take some action, but you should also take time to reflect on what you need to release, because maybe you guys have been kind of just so anxious and battling all this stuff up for so long that you don't even it's not even clear to you sometimes. Or you don't even want to think about it because it hurts. And it does. It sucks. But I think, yeah, since shadow work is definitely being called right now for you guys, and that'll help you for sure. Meditating on it, doing some shadow work will help it become more clear. But there's a lot of sword energy here, so I think a lot of it's internal, like a lot of anxiety and mental stuff. So we have Pisces, the 12th house. Yeah, things are ending, guys, and the Pisces is the 12th house too. And then we have Venus. So Venus rules Taurus and Libra. We have Pisces 12th house. Pisces is the 12th house, and that's all. It's the last sign of the zodiac. So things need to come to a close, you guys. That's what you're being called to release. You need to close old chapters that are no longer serving you. And once you do so, I think you'll have so much more abundance. Like, Venus rules love, romance, wealth, like material things, just like luxury. And I think right now you're living the opposite of that way. So you're being called to end things that are stopping you. And once you do so, you're going to feel so much more confident about yourself. It's going to be rough at first, but, and some of you guys might be really intuitive and might know, but you're kind of blocking it out somehow. You're blocking out. So maybe you need to release whatever's blocking your intuition and work on that. Because I think you guys do know, and you are intuitive. You may even be blocking your emotions completely. So let your emotions out. release them, you know, release and feel them. I think you're really this group, you're really holding on to things and not experiencing the emotion and stuff, and it's really bottling up and it's about to like explode, you know, and you don't want it to explode fully, like, so it's time to release that and feel it and move forward and cut ties with what isn't working. And it's going to be some big things I'm seeing here for this group. It's going to be like serious relationships or career you've been working on or like doing for a while. Like you spent all this time in school studying it or whatever, but then you realize later on it's not for you, and you're like, but I can't just give up on it now. If you feel it, like really get in touch with your intuition, because I think you guys do know what's best. So, and it's okay if something's not working for you. Like that's just part of life, you know. You don't regret things, just use it as learning experiences. I feel like that's the theme lately. But that's what I have for you guys, my group 3. I hope this was helpful. And if you guys would like more information, like a private reading or anything, information's down below. And if you guys like this video, if you thought it was helpful and you haven't yet already subscribed, I hope you do so. And I hope that means I will see you in the next video. But that's it. I love you guys so much. I hope you're well, and I will see you super soon. Bye.